Good evening to you, and I trust you've enjoyed yourself on this Jamhuri Day. Welcome to the program where we bring you comprehensive coverage of business news. This is Business Tuesday, and my name is Eddie Nyadwa. First, Jamii Telecom Limited last week launched a new 4G mobile network that will operate under the prefix 0747. It now becomes the fourth mobile phone operator to be licensed in the country. Interestingly, the network has introduced cheaper data bundles and promises free calls within its networks. Further, it will now charge only 2 shillings per minute on off-net calls. Our reporter Zerubbabel opens the program with that report.
0747 is the new prefix in the country after the Communication Authority of Kenya (CAK) awarded Jamii Telecommunication Limited a 4G license early this year. Speaking during the launch, the regulator's Director General Francis Wangusi noted that it's time the market players develop innovative products and open up for competition.
They are moving away from the traditional way of fearing competition to adapting new methods and innovation to be able to make the people of Kenya eat. And that is the purpose of the regulator.
We have decided that as a country, we need to be able to move forward, even with the issues of competition and how competition needs to be managed. There's still investment going on in the country because people believe in Kenya and people believe in the opportunities that are there.
JTL has unveiled free calls within its network and a 2 shillings charge on off-net calls. In addition, the data bundle package it has unveiled are cheaper compared to the offering by the other 3 industry players. Popularly known as Fiber, JTL has rolled out its 4G network in major towns in the country, namely Nairobi, Mombasa, Kisumu, and Eldoret, with the plans to increase coverage to the rest of the country in 3 years.
As a country, we think we can catch up, we can leapfrog and develop faster than other countries that developed over the years by leveraging ICT in all our sectors.
The firm will focus on mobile internet. For Business Tuesday, I'm Zerubbabel Odiwar.
International Monetary Fund has appointed a Kenyan to head the fund's audit unit. Nancy Asiko Onyango will now be the director of the fund's Office of Internal Audit and Inspection. However, her appointment takes effect in February next year. While making the announcement, IMF Managing Director Christine Lagarde said that she had full confidence in the abilities of Ms. Nancy Asiko.
Prior to her appointment, Asiko worked as Chief Executive at Reliance Risk Advisory Solutions and also as a partner at the PricewaterhouseCoopers here in Kenya. She now takes to the IMF her more than 25 years of experience in internal audit, strategic risk management, corporate governance, and IT risk management. Asiko possesses a doctorate in business administration from the United States International University. Reporting for Business Tuesday, my name is Sylvia Muraguri.
It's very encouraging to see Kenyans get appointment on such global opportunities. And we wish Nancy all the best in her new appointment. Moving on, Kenya Airways has been stopped from replacing technical staff it had sacked for participating in a strike it termed as illegal, pending the termination of a court case filed by the workers. The national carriers had sacked about 130 employees, including engineers, after the workers went on strike despite being issued with emos to return back to work. The strike started on November 28th and threatened to paralyze maintenance of Kenya Airways planes.
Yesterday morning, when the General Manager Security KAA visited hangar to throw us out like cheap criminals, we still realized that our passes were still disabled. All this while, nobody talked to us. We feel a neglected group of employees. Our technical management team are people we cannot trust. Because one, if the board approved money in February last year, where did the money go?
Now, when we sought audience, the game has been intimidation to avoid us to have audience to air this issue.
To tell us that returning Kenya Airways to profitability is more important than ensuring the safety of the customers, the safety of the equipment, is of great concern.
On Sunday, Bitcoin made its debut on a Chicago stock exchange and leaped to a high of $17,000. The 10th December debut saw Bitcoin up about 3% at $15,800 in the first hour and 15 minutes of trading at the Chicago Board Options Exchange. The Chicago Board Option Exchange feature don't involve actual Bitcoin. However, they are securities that will track the price of Bitcoin on Gemini. Futures are a type of contract in which a buyer and a seller agree on a price for a particular item to be delivered on a certain date in the future. However, the Chicago Board Option Exchange (CBOE) futures don't involve in actual Bitcoin. They instead track the price of Bitcoin on Gemini, one of the larger Bitcoin exchanges. Due to heavy traffic, trading overwhelmed the CBOE website, making it temporarily inaccessible. Futures are available for nearly every type of security, but are most famously used in commodities such as wheat, soy, and gold. However, a debate has raged on the merit of Bitcoin and other virtual currencies.
I should say that I am surprised, but if you go back in, say, three years ago, Bitcoin was peanuts. Then when peanuts come to $1,000, it is not at all amazing that it goes from 1,000 to 7,000 or 10,000. Then there is a kind of explosion. Well, the question is duration.
Some say they can be helpful methods of payment, such as in crisis situations where national currencies have collapsed. Others argue it serves merely to facilitate money laundering. Another large futures exchange, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, will start trading in its own futures on 18th December. Eddie Nyadwa for Business Tuesday. And here back at home, the CBK governor had warned Kenyans against the Bitcoin, saying it is risky. But apparently it appears Bitcoin is getting more popular and acceptance as the day goes by. Moving on is that Safaricom and Commercial Bank of Africa will now soon review the cost of loans of mobile platform M-Shwari. The reduction in the loan rate is in a bid to grow and defend their market share that has come under attack from a rejuvenated mobile loans market. CBA Group Managing Director Isaac Awondo said the cuts will benefit borrowers with good credit history. To attract more customers, CBA and Safaricom will now introduce a rebate on M-Shwari facility to customers who repay within 10 days.
From a historical perspective, you'll recall that M-Shwari was launched just about 5 years ago, to be precise, on November 27, 2012, and within 41 days had enrolled more than 1 million customers. Actually, the anecdotal history is that this was the fastest acquisition of customers by any product in the world. Even Facebook, which when it was launched, took almost a year to reach a million customers. Today, the number of enrolled M-Shwari customers stands at 21.1 million, with over 230 billion shillings disbursed in loans and over 669 billion in deposits, which have actually been received through the savings accounts. Our philosophy as a bank is basically to ensure that we build trust with the customers, and we believe that through the offering, which cuts across savings and lending, we've basically demonstrated that the customer can trust us to lend to them, and they can also save for a defined period.
As many of you know, Safaricom, our spirit is a spirit of Twaweza, which we capture in a very bold statement that says that when we come together, great things happen. And I think the fact that we're here 5 years later on, and we can speak about some of the statistics that Isaac has spoken to, is just a confirmation that truly when two great companies come together, they can be able to make great things happen. So first of all, I think from us as Safaricom is to say, Asante Sana, thank you for the opportunity to be able to partner with you. The transformation that we have actually seen in our customers' lives has been amazing. I mean, when you look at the statistics, we have about 75% of the Kenyan adult population having tried the M-Shwari product at least once, which I think is an amazing statistic. And then also just even in terms of the way the product was constructed, building it as a savings-led product encourages the right kind of culture and the right kind of behavior in our customers, ensuring then that people are not just pursuing credit for the purpose of credit, but they are also actively beginning to save. And that's why when we look at the amount of deposits that have come through in the last 5 years, it actually speaks of a changing savings culture in Kenya.
And since its launch, the service has disbursed more than 230 billion shillings. That is as of November 2012. And some other good news is that Kenya Commercial Bank was named the Bank of the Year during the 18th Banker Awards held in London last week. A UK-based economic and financial intelligence publication recognized KCB for its sustainable growth and multi-channel approach that help increase financial inclusion across the region.
Kenya Commercial Bank Chief Executive Joshua Oigara has welcomed the award, saying that it is a testament that the bank is indeed realizing its goals. The lender has now added to its previous award of being named by the Financial Times as the best bank in Kenya. KCB is also the current holder of this year's Best Corporate Publication Award from Public Relations Society of Kenya. The lender has an asset portfolio valued at slightly above 643 billion shillings. It also has 250 branches, 960 ATMs, and 14,976 agents offering banking services across Eastern Africa. Reporting for Business Tuesday, my name is Sylvia Muraguri.
And on that note, we take a short break. We'll be right back.